What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I want to talk about expectations you have with Madden, because a lot of the times, my expectations come from the back of the box. This is Madden 13 on the PS3. I'm going to quote this for you. Madden NFL 13 delivers next-generation gameplay today. The all-new Infinity Engine delivers real-time physics, ensuring no two plays will ever look or feel the same. So we all know now we're 5 years away from this game. We're a console removed on the PS4. We're an engine removed with the Frostbite engine. And yet here we are, Madden 18, and I understand this is not a physics-based situation, but understand if we're being told that no two plays will ever look or feel the same, it's intriguing that now on current-day console, we have a situation where players can do, act, and perform the same exact animation in sequence on the same play from start to finish. The act of finding the ball, going for the interception and catch, and or celebrating afterwards, or whatever this strut is that occurs, actually still can happen. And I don't know whose fault this is. Is this the developer's fault for not getting this stuff out of the game? Is this the marketing team's fault for not actually looking at what's on the back of the box and ensuring the product delivers? But what we do know for sure is what we were sold in Madden 13 as next-generation gameplay never actually lived up to what would become next-generation gameplay. Because we have plays that look and feel the same. You also have to question, if you look at what's done here, truthfully, we're going to start with the all-new announcing team. Phil Simms and Jim Nantz of CBS call the action from the booth. You talk about time, money, resource, energy, recording, disk space. You can look at it 1,000 different ways. If you are not progressing, you're either stagnant or you're regressing. That's a fact. So why is it that we have this announced team featured on the back of a box 5 years later completely out of the game? Why can't we have multiple commentating teams? Why did we have to take resources and time to record all new announcing? And don't get me wrong, I think the announcing is better now than it ever has been. But it's strange that you don't see that progression from one year to the next to the next. And for that matter, I don't think there's other games either outside of EA's scope, you talk about MLB The Show, or even internally with EA, talk about UFC, that actually points to Madden and says, hey, we need to get on that level. We need to be best in class, and Madden is best in class at this. I don't see it. If someone else does, let me know where it is. Where does Madden lead sports gaming? They just don't seem to understand what we want as gamers. Or they don't deliver what we want as gamers. And this, again, you have to dissect what's said here a little bit, but all new connected careers. Build your legacy with an online connected career experience. There's two key words there: legacy and career. So if this is what they're selling us in Madden 13, understand that 2 years later, they were starting development of Longshot. They clearly understand that we have a desire to have a custom career experience based on how they sold and marketed this game. Yet with Longshot, they created what essentially was a miniature movie that we controlled what scene played next. That doesn't make any sense. That's not listening to your consumer. That's not knowing what your consumer wants. No one asked for Longshot to be a small movie. And the intriguing thing about it is, and I wish I could find this video, because I've only seen it once or twice, and it got deleted probably intentionally, where they had a group of game changers that talked about Longshot prior to it releasing, and they said that it was a different experience every single time. They basically went and erased all the fears that people had come true when they played Longshot. That you actually uniquely developed a character, that every outcome could be different, and you would have total control over this player as you went through. And what we found out was that's not the case. We actually got a game mode that you don't really play, and there are segments of it that if you don't do what the game's outcome dictates you need to, it's just going to have you continue to play the same segment until you do, so the game can move forward. That's why you can't fail on the game show. That's why you can't not complete the pass on the combine. So on Madden 13, they knew what we wanted. On Madden 13, they were selling us a next-gen console experience because no two plays would ever look or feel the same, and yet here we are hitting that next-gen console, hitting that next engine, and we have a game that can mirror itself with players at the same time. We have a game that has a mode where we don't actually play football. And this is supposed to be looked at as progress. This is supposed to be looked at as a better game. I don't understand how we got here, because I think every step along the way, the community kind of fought where we're going. But I do know we really can't continue to expect a better game if this is the pace that we're at. And I also know the bold line at the top of this speaks to Ultimate Team, which seems to get a majority of the focus of upgrades and updates and experiences through EA more than any other game mode. Love to know what you guys think about this. Appreciate you checking it out. You know that I'll be back in the week with more commentary.